Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high, perfect for a little fishing.
Well, morning guys. I went out in the grass this morning and caught some, and morning Diet Coke. That's good stuff. But anyhow, throw the horticator, and also show you what I caught them on. Good horticator, guys. This morning, right there, caught them on that. Had a little black chartreuse thing going on there, and if you look at them, it's got kind of like a bladed or prism blades on there on the inside. Does that make any difference? I don't know. I kind of like it. Also, throw the white and chartreuse. Didn't do any good on white and chartreuse, but I didn't stick with it long enough. But the lady was catching them on that, and so I thought I'd try it. But I got so much confidence in that black and chartreuse, so I stuck with that. All right, get this stuff out of the way a little bit. I stayed out there, I don't know, about an hour. After an hour, it shuts down. It just pretty well shuts down. Here's what that's hitting out there. That's about the size shad that's hitting. I snagged one on the horticator. This is the size it's hitting. But, yes, they're getting bigger. The shad's getting bigger. But also, I noticed everywhere I'm going now, with all this rain we're having, the water's starting to come up everywhere. I mean, it's up about 2-3 feet. And that changes the whole ball game, guys. I'm down here now. Back up north when it comes up like that, the fish turn on. But down here when it comes up, it don't seem like it does the same thing as it does up there in the rivers and the lakes in the north part of the country. But after it died out there, I come up here in the river and. Start throwing fluke. Fluke's a good bait, and it's a bait that won't wear you out. And this is how I do it, guys. This is how I put them on. Sometimes I use a screw hook. You know what I mean? The front of it, I'll take a screw hook, and of course I like watermelon red when it comes to flukes. I take that screw hook and just stick that right in the center of it, right there, like that, right there. So you see it or not, sit right there, and just screw it on there. Just kind of screw it on there like that, all the way on, clear up to the eye, like that right there. It won't pull it off. End up with it where the cut is right there, guys. I don't know if you can see that cut or not. All right, and just take your hook up through here and make sure you try to keep that straight. If you're just try to keep it as straight as you can be. That's about as weedless as it gets. Now something else works if they're on top of the water feed. And this thing can be versatile. I mean, you can use this all. You can use it as a wacky worm. You can use it as a soft jerk bait. Also, there's things you can do. You can use this as a top water bait. Just like if you're feeding on top, what you do then is just kind of come back a little bit farther And you put that, so you put that nose up in the air a little bit, and that way it'll come top of the water and it'll kind of wiggle back and forth, kind of like a Spook thing, only it's you know, plastic. And I've caught fish doing it that way, but I like watermelon red, and I don't know, you know, I catch a lot of fish on that. Especially, and it don't wear you out. Just kind of twitch it, twitch. Let's see what else. Where is the other one here? I want to show. No, can't remember stuff. Do you ever have that problem? Okay, here it is. It's just a 3/0 hook, guys. 3/0 hook, 3/0 hook getter. That can do. What I do with the 3/0 hook, same thing as like a screw hook, but I come in come in the top. Now it depends on how far deep you go with this thing. It'll either go down or it'll stay up and suspend up on top where you hook this thing. Like if you go, just barely go in there about that much, just an 1/8 of an inch, like that, you know, it'll stay in the top of the water a little bit better. Now if you go way back, it'll dive down a little bit. Well, here's the trick, guys. See that? See you're bending your hook right there? Take this up the line just a little bit there, just a little bit, and make sure that head's in the bend of that hook. That way it don't come down here, and I'll show you what, you know. Of course you come down here, you want this straight too. Right, like so, like that. That way, when you get a bite, this thing will, when he comes down on it, when he bites down on that, it'll come up here, and a lot of times it'll just push that right up the line, like that right there. See how that went up the line? That's the difference. It'll be up on the line like that right there. You know, it'll be up there out of the line. Up the line out of the way. I get my spit it out here. Show you that again. I can get her here. There we go. When you're hooking this fluke, okay, hook it right through the middle, right in the head, where the hard part is right there. You come through right there, come right through the head of it. Take it up here where the bend is. Make sure you go over that bend and make sure that's on that bend like that. Yeah, make sure that fluke's head's back on that bend, because what it'll do, again, is when he bites down on it, he'll just shove that up there out of the way. If you don't, if you keep this bunched up, what will happen? I'll show you. What will happen is when they grab that fluke, if you haven't got that in that bend right there, if you got it down here like here, on down here, this is what will happen. See how that, if you don't have that straight, it'll grab it and it'll come down here and it'll wad up like that. And you won't hook them. You won't hook them. You got to, very important too, if you don't use that screw, the only thing about that screw is it don't get, you know, it'll still hold that bait on there, but that much of it will be on the hook every time. It ain't gonna leave that screw. It ain't gonna leave that screw. Which I use it once in a while, but that, you know, and his mouth's gonna be right here. He's still got a little bit of tendency to get off. So this is the way I like it right here. I like when he bites down, pushes this up like this, pushes it off the hook, and goes up the line like that right there. And it's out of the way. The only thing you got's that hook on that bass. Well, that's my favorite way of doing it. This is another way of doing it. But I don't use this hook. I'm not going to get another hook out, but I'll show you how you can do it. If you're in open water and you see fish feeding real good, and you go down to either a 2/0 hook or even a 1/0 hook, and your hook ratio will go up good and good. If you're in some place where they're not, you know, you don't have to worry about getting hung up, you don't have to be weedless, take your fluke and a 1 or 2/0 hook, not a gum or a worm hook, just a regular hook. Take that and just hook it through the nose, and it'll twitch and do everything you want to do, and your hooking ratio will really go up, man. If you want to even be a little more adventurous, which I do this a lot of times too. If they're down in the say they're down 10, 15, 20 feet deep, okay, and I knew Robbie Fleshman. He would fish the pros, and this was his go-to bait. He always used to throw white though. White was his color, watermelon's my color. He was so patient with this bait, and he made the state championship every year and went to the classic a couple times using this fluke. But what he would do, he would hook through the nose most of the time. He'd fish that thing 20, 25 foot of water. He'd throw it out there, sit down, eat a sandwich, and then start twitching. But he'd put a half of a lead nail right there. So when it went down, it kind of went down like a Cinco. I mean, it kind of waddled down like a Cinco. And the guy could really fish a fluke. I mean, he won a lot of money with that bait right there, that fluke. Robbie Fleshman, he was from West Virginia. But this guy, you need to have a fluke in your tackle box. And they're all different colors, or any color under the sun. The only colors I got the water. I really depend on the watermelon red and white. White. I use the white, and also I've got some June bugs. I got 3 colors here, but most of the time I got the watermelon red on. Unless the water's really kind of dark, then I'll go to the June bug. You know, the June bug thing. But something to think about. I mean, I like the fluke bite, and I've caught a lot of fish on the fluke. But again, I haven't won many tournaments with it. Most of my tournaments have been won on Carolina rig. But if you want to catch a lot of fish, it gets tough, and especially if you see them out there feeding on shiners and stuff and minis along the bank, which I have seen in the last week or so before this rain come and kind of shut everything down. I put that on the other day, and I went out in the grass. I caught, I think I caught 7 or 8 in the grass, and I videoed them. So, and then I went back. I went out the river here, and I was coming up the river here. I looked over, and I seen a bunch of birds over on the far side. So I eased over there, and there they was. It was a shad hatch, and the fish were blowing up on them shad, floating up on them shad. So I threw a small spinner bait in there. No good. Threw a little crankbait, small as I could find. Throw it in there. No good. So I thought, well, I'll get the fluke out. So I got this fluke out. I caught 8 within a half hour. I mean, just as fast as I could throw in there. They jumped on that fluke, and I think I caught a couple fish from the grass on with this fluke. So it's something you want to try, guys. Really, it is. Get your fluke out, and come out, and the way that I throw it, it's not rocket science, guys. You throw it out there, let it sink down. Depends on how deep the water you are, you know, how long you let it sink. But then you just twitch, let it float back down. Twitch, let it float back down. And the fish will tell you how they want it. Either they want it, you know, real quick, or they just want it, you know, real casual. You know, but if the fish are blowing up on bait over there, just get it in front of them and twitch it. They're going to eat it. Most of the time, they'll eat it the first twitch. I mean, and they'll bounce that line. But this is a lot of fun fish. This bait right here, this fluke's a lot of fun to fish. So that's something else I do. That's how I do it. I'm sure your other guys do it different ways. Before I get off here, there's another. You can set up two of these flukes. You can put a swivel up here, put another line on that swivel, hang down, and then put another hook on there. You can put dual flukes on there, which is fun. And one will go one way and one will go the other way, but 9 times out of 10, I'm just using one hook. You know what I'm saying? Just one hook. But yeah, pretty good morning. Had a good morning out here. Like I said before, the water's up. The water's come up. The water's turning black. It's going to change the bite a little bit. But again, this is July. I hear the locusts up there hollering, and you're sweating right off you get off the bat. So July, August, September. It's the summertime bite, and sometimes it's tough. It really is. You got to go out in deep water, throw a Carolina rig, or throw a fluke out there, or whatever. But the big thing is this time of year, get on the water at least 15 minutes to a half hour early before daylight in the summertime. And wherever you're going to fish, be on that spot at daylight or more, or before daylight, and then you got about an hour you can catch fish, or maybe not even that. Anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour in the summertime you can catch them. So that's it. Over and out. Well, I went out in the grass early this morning, and I'm going to finish. Goodness gracious! Finish the morning out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 alligators up there. Finish the morning out throwing a fluke. See if I can catch them on the fluke. Flukes or the alligators are here too this morning. Where is my fluke? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna throw the watermelon red guys this morning. And, I'm gonna sit down and just go up through here real easy and twitch this thing and see if I can catch a couple fish, guys. Boys and girls. I'll be catching an alligator, that's for sure. Fish on the old fluke, guys. Oh. Watermelon fluke, guys. Watermelon fluke. I went out on the bar this morning and fished a little bit, and then I come up here in the river and throw an old watermelon fluke, you know. This is July. This is the middle of July, getting close to the middle of July, and it's hot. And it's just, you got to change some tactics. You got to slow things down. But yeah, just after the guys out there in the semi grass, come up here and throw a fluke along the bank and you'll catch fish. He really didn't hit it. I just felt it heavy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll bounce the line, but he didn't. It just felt heavy. So, all right, let's see if we can catch another one. Mike out here, guys. I'm out here in front of the grass again this morning. I'm going to do something a little different this morning, guys. I'm going to throw, of course, I'm going to throw the horticator. You know me, I always throw that horticator. But I'm also going to throw some flukes. I'm going to show you different styles that I use to catch fish with the fluke. So, turn on my mic. Here's one mic. I'm not sure which one's which. I've got to separate these eventually. There's that mic. And I'm going to throw the fluke, and then I'm going to go up the river and throw the fluke a little bit. There's this other mic on here. I had two mics on because I'm not sure which one's working good. So call me old Mike this morning, all right? I'm not sure which one's working. I ran over a big gator coming in here. I didn't see him till I was right on top of him. When it's dark like that, you just can't see him. All right, I'm gonna plug this in so when I'm talking up there, you can hear me. Hopefully I don't say no dirty words when I miss a big one. It's Sunday, guys. I think this is July the 6th. July the 6th. If I can get this plugged in here, bear with me. There we go. It's July the 6th, guys, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna throw the horticator first because it's real early in the morning, and it gives a little bit more noise and action. But after the sun starts coming up a little bit, I'm going to switch over to the fluke. I'm going to swing a fluke through there and see if I can catch some. But I'm going to start out with, like I always do, with the horticator. See how I do. Talked to a young lady the other day, said she was catching them on the white. So I get out there. So I'm going to throw the white horticator this morning, guys, just a little bit. Pick my power poles up. There we go. And just kind of sit here and wait. We're just a little bit early, not real early, but we're just probably 5 minutes early. Went here and see if I can catch one right off the bat. There we go, guys. There we woke one up. Guys. Old black and blue. There we woke one up on the black and blue this morning. On the horticator. The little guy. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger one here. I catch myself going too fast sometimes, and you want to slow down a little bit. Oh, there's another one. Oh, had him. Had him and lost him, guys. Had him and lost him. There he is. There's one, guys. There's a good one. There's a good one, guys. There's a good one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fish on, guys, on the old horticator. Fish on. Fish on the old horticator, my man. Fish on the old horticator. There he is, guys. He went sideways with it. I knew I had him. He went sideways with it. He's on. Boy, he swallowed it too. He wasn't going to let that one get away. There we go. Now we're back in action. Back in action, my man. Fish on, guys. On the horticator this morning, guys. Ho, 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 hey, ho, ho. Pretty good morning so far, guys. No giants, but catching fish, that's all that matters. I'm not into that giant stuff. Fish on, fish on. Guys, be on the grass at least 15-20 minutes early before daylight if you're going out on fish the Kissimmee grass, because sometimes you only got 15 minutes or 20 minutes to fish. Also, just be careful out there because it's shallow. It's still shallow. Let's come up a couple feet, but it's still shallow. Just be careful and enjoy it, man. Enjoy. That's what it's all about. She's windy out here. I'm out here getting ready to quit. I've been out here since July 6, 2025, and I'm getting ready to hang it up. But yeah, if you go out there, be out there real early because the bite don't last very long.